Madam Speaker, the rent is too damn high. The rent is too damn high. We have people across the country struggling to keep a roof over their heads. We are the wealthiest nation in the history of the world outside of ancient African civilizations. Yet we cannot provide housing for every single person in our country. We have CEOs making record profits. We have corporations making record profits. We have corporate landlords suppressing and oppressing and evicting tenants without just cause while continuing to raise the rent. We call on President Biden to take executive action on this issue. We do not have a healthy democracy or a healthy society unless we take care of our tenants and our working class people who are working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week just to survive.
Gentleman's time's expired.
Thank you, and I yield back.
Good morning, friends. Great day to all of you. My friends, there are new batches of payments that are being sent out. Also, you may qualify for a last-minute inflation relief payment from your state or city. President Biden and top Democrats are working on new legislation that would prevent low-income households from monthly benefit cuts. Dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video because I will be going over all of these details. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community, I will be announcing 2 winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning these weekly giveaways. In 2020, the U.S. Congress approved the first of 3 direct stimulus checks to millions of Americans, the last of which was paid out in March 2021. And since then, several states and cities have approved additional stimulus for their residents. Top congressional lawmakers have also proposed several new relief plans to help the American people during the crisis. In 2021 and 2022, as inflation went wild, many states decided to take action and began issuing credits and payments to their own residents. It was called everything from tax rebates to middle-class tax refunds. Each state devised its own payment amount and qualification standards. Unfortunately, for those living in the Midwest, most payouts came from states along the 2 coasts. However, there are a few Midwestern states that did make payouts to their residents. According to Yahoo News, there are 2 states right now in the Midwest where residents may still be able to claim a last-minute inflation relief check. Indiana began sending out tax refunds of $125 for all qualifying singles and $250 for joint filers. There was no income requirement, but residents were required to have filed both 2020 and 2021 Indiana state tax returns. A second round of rebates in the amount of $200 per qualifying taxpayer began being sent out by direct deposit in August of last year. Taxpayers that qualified for the $125 credit were automatically eligible for the $200 payment. For state residents that only qualified for the $200 payout rather than both, payments are still being withheld. That money will only be released to taxpayers who file a 2022 tax return before January 1st, 2024, and can claim it on their taxes. Part of the reason for this extra step is that residents who did not qualify for the $125 credit must demonstrate that they are both receiving Social Security benefits and are not claimed as a dependent on someone else's return. Although some Midwestern states like Iowa never got into the inflation relief check game at all, other states like Kansas tried and failed, and often due to legislative resistance. Minnesota was one of the few other Midwestern states that did manage to make distributions, in this case $488 payments for frontline workers in 2022. This week, House Republicans began their tenure in the majority by passing a bill that would rescind nearly $71 billion that Congress had provided to the IRS, fulfilling a campaign promise, even though the legislation is unlikely to advance further. Democrats had beefed up the IRS over the next decade to help offset the costs of top health and environmental priorities that they passed last year, and to replenish an agency that is struggling to provide basic services to taxpayers and ensure fairness in tax compliance. The money is on top of what Congress provides the IRS annually through the appropriations process, and immediately became a magnet for GOP campaign ads in the fall, claiming that the boost would lead to an army of IRS agents troubling hardworking Americans. The bill to rescind the money passed the House on a party line vote of 221 to 210. The Democratic-controlled Senate has vowed to ignore it. Shortly before the vote, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office projected that rescinding the extra IRS funding would increase deficits over the coming decade by more than $114 billion. That created an awkward moment for Republicans, who have been saying that addressing deficits would be one of their top concerns in the majority. Charles Redding, the former commissioner of the IRS, said in a message to the agency in November that the additional money would help in many years, not just beefing up tax enforcement. He said the investments would make it even less likely for honest taxpayers to hear from the IRS or receive an audit letter. Overall, White House officials said that President Biden would veto the bill if it gets to his desk. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about rescinding $71 billion that Congress had provided to the IRS? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Well, my awesome and dearest friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here every day and being part of this community. To show my appreciation, I will be announcing 2 winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaways. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaways, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Friends, also do make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Friends, the more videos that you watch and then leave a comment on, the greater your chances of winning these weekly giveaways. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.